Okay, hello, Dr. Hamilton and classmates. I hope your day has been good. It is like 5 o'clock, so it's evening time, supper time, whatever. I hope wherever you are having a good time. To discuss bartering and the social consequences of bartering. What does this economic practice do to the communities who employ it? Well, I think that bartering definitely helps communities establish relationships not only with like their neighboring communities, but also on a larger scale with anybody who comes into their, territory or into their country. If you already have an established bartering system in place, then I think as a community you're probably less likely to fear trade offers that might come in from like foreign communities or foreign people. So I think that having an established bartering system within your own society probably would help you with future trade endeavors with other cultures. Obviously, bartering is a little bit more personal than like modern day trading that we've come to know, where you can just tap your debit card and be on your way, and that's it. You don't even really have to look at the face of the person that you're buying something from, and often that person isn't even the person who made the product. They're literally just a face who stood there to take your money. So obviously bartering, you establish these more personal relationships, and once you've established this rapport with somebody, you're more likely to trade with that person in the future. And once you have established that trust with somebody, then future bartering with that person is more likely to be more profitable in the future, because you know that that person isn't trying to cheat you. They're not trying to do anything underhanded, because you already have that relationship established. Whereas when you're giving your money to some big corporate company, like, how are you to know they're not just going to take your money and never give you a product, which happens all the time. It's happened to me multiple times, and it sucks. And that's not something that you would do with small scale bartering, because if you were bartering with somebody, you know their name, you know who they are, you have an established connection. If they cheat you, you can just go knock on their front door and be like, dude, what the heck? Obviously, bartering is a great way to offer peace. If you had just come upon a group of people that you've never encountered before, one of the best ways to say I come in peace, or to offer an olive branch, so to say, is just to maybe offer a pile of goods and to try to establish or open up this bartering connection, or this trade relationship, so that you can say, hey, we're not here to hurt you, we just want to see what you have to offer us, and we have some things that we could potentially offer you that you might need. I think that's pretty much everything I said. Oh, and that bartering can definitely lead to new innovations, because if you're trading, things that your society hides really high, or holds, oh, highly regards as valuable. That was really, really difficult for me to say. I don't know why I just had a stroke trying to say that. But if it's something that your society regards as highly valuable, then the other society might give you something that they regard as highly valuable, and you might not have ever even come across it before. So you might be exposed to things, art, music, and food, and all of these different cultural aspects that you may never have even discovered without bartering. What was the second part of the question? Discuss how it seems to influence the way people interact with another and understand themselves. Obviously, I already mentioned the way that people interact with one another. Bartering establishes a lot more trust than does just empty transactions. And I think it would help to, have a better understanding of yourself, or it would lead to a better understanding of yourself to barter, because I guess you better understand what you're willing to give up, and you better understand the value that you place on the items that you have. And I guess you would learn more about the valuables that are coming in from other places as well, because you understand the importance or the value that they place on those items, as opposed to the value that you might place on an item of the same, category. So yeah, that was just kind of a lot of rambling, but that's essentially what I got out of bartering. I read all of chapter 1, and honestly it's really interesting, and I'm really excited to get further into this book and learn more about traditional societies and stuff. Honestly, I wish the barter system was still more prevalent, because I love the barter system. I will always accept payment in food or cleaning, all that stuff, and I will always offer payment in that too. I have on multiple occasions bought things with cookies or food or traded a service for food. My sister and I actually barter all the time. She feeds me in exchange for watching her children, or in exchange for just company, which is honestly a really rad setup because I love food. And yeah, and I guess since we have that established trade relationship, we will continue to trade successfully with each other in the future. So yeah, thanks for listening.